What's happening, you guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to this little video today. As you saw in the title and in the thumbnail, I don't know why I feel like I need to point that out. Of course you did, because you're here. Anyway, thank you for being here. However many times you've been here, seriously, I don't care. I don't care how new you are. I don't care how long you've been here. Thank you for tuning in. All right. So I just want to say that and get that off my chest because I am grateful. It's almost the end of the year and it's time to be thankful and really focus in on what you have. And you guys being here is something I have because of you being here. Just want to point that out. All right, Arber Xhekaj, ladies and gentlemen. Let's cut right to the chase. Some of you saw my video the other night after the Canadiens lost to the Carolina Hurricanes. You saw that I was not pleased with the lack of response, as a lot of us were not, in terms of the hit on Juraj Slafkovsky. And you know what? We've already talked about that at length, but a lot of the response has been, and including myself, what if Arber Xhekaj was there, right? There would have been a response, no question, especially if he was on the ice. Now, I just wanted to get a couple quick thoughts out about Arber because we saw last night with the Laval Rocket, he dropped the gloves. He had himself a nice, spirited, good tilt, and he's going to play again tonight, along with the Canadiens, of course, like we're going to get to in a second against Florida. But I just thought it'd be worth mentioning because it's so hard not to get your emotions involved in your reactions, your knee-jerk reactions when things like the Slafkovsky hit happen. We all know what would have happened if Arber Xhekaj was there, right? But there's also the fans like yourselves that are also saying that's not the only reason he should be here. He should be here because he's a good defenseman and because he deserves to be in the lineup. Everyone's had their beef with Justin Barron lately. Caden Gooley has had his struggles. I haven't seen Jordan Harris and Jaden Struble struggling as much. Mike Matheson plays a lot of minutes. He's going to make mistakes. David Savard, maybe the same. But those are two pairings you can rely on, I feel, at least right now, for the most part. Matheson, Savard, and then Struble, Harris, especially Harris just coming back. I thought he looked pretty good in his first game back. But when it comes to Justin Barron, Caden Gooley, you know, Lindstrom's still being with the Canadiens right now, or was he reassigned to Laval? I think he was, actually. Sorry. I believe he was. Anyways, the point being Arber Xhekaj. Let's talk about Arby really quickly because I feel like there's been so many comments. There's one fan with like 60 followers on X, Twitter, that was telling me how bad Arber Xhekaj is. And I mean, there's the same crowd that's saying how bad Juraj Slafkovsky is. Whatever. We don't need to listen to the noise and take it seriously. At least I don't anyway, because I watch these guys just about every single game. I know what they're becoming. I know what they're capable of already. And the long-term project is what we're focused on, is this rebuild, right? So with Arber Xhekaj, specifically right now, 9 games played with the Laval Rocket, 7 points in those 9 games, a goal and 6 assists. He got 2 last night. He had a fight. A goal would have got him to already have a hat trick, right? So we got to come up with some kind of hat trick with his name in it just for fun one day, maybe. Anyway, Arber Xhekaj is exactly where he needs to be right now. And I believe that because it's only going to be to his benefit. I mean, there's nothing like taking your toys away, taking the thing that you love the most in terms of playing for the Montreal Canadiens, which I'm assuming is Arber Xhekaj's best experience playing hockey so far. Fair assumption, right? It's not the OHL. It's not the AHL. The NHL is the show. It's where the bright lights are. It's where you shine and become the best possible version of yourself and the player you want to become, right? Obviously. So, getting to my point, finally here, is that Arber Xhekaj is going to come back, as I've mentioned before, at the right time. It may be within the next several days for all we know. I don't really know at the time of the recording of this video when he's coming back, but I do know that it's good that he's there. Even during the time that Slafkovsky got hit, it's good to see what your team is made of. And if I'm Marty St. Louis, I'm telling the guys, if you see another hit like that, jump the guy. Jump on him. Do something. I don't care if you're going to lose the fight. Do something. Now, who's it going to be? Caden Gooley, Jaden Struble, Mike Matheson has shown some toughness here. Josh Anderson, Mike Pizzetta, if he's in the lineup. Ullinen, I don't know. I don't care. Who cares who it is? It doesn't have to be Arber Xhekaj, is the point. Somebody's got to step in and stick up for your teammates. It was a clean hit to some. By the NHL standards, it's a clean hit, but there was head contact made. So I don't care what your opinion is. There was head contact made, and in international play, that's a head check. You're out of the game. You're gone. You're done. The NHL has a different ruling on it. If that was Auston Matthews, if that was Auston Matthews or Connor McDavid or Connor Bedard or David Pastrnak or Sidney Crosby or Alex Ovechkin, you name the superstar, you know, this is a bigger debate. That's where I think I just wanted to jump in, and I did have that on my mind earlier today, and I'm like, if that was Auston Matthews, how much would Sportsnet go after that with about 20 articles and 20 segments on 20,000 different shows and talk about how headshots need to be re-examined? You're telling me I'm wrong? Okay. You say whatever you want about that then, I guess. I don't know. Back to Arber Xhekaj. So, Mr. Arby will come back when he's good and ready, and he looks content and happy, even if he doesn't always feel happy. He's playing well. He's getting adjusted and working on his game. He's going to come back a better player. We're looking to build an Arber Xhekaj that is going to be best suited for a long-term stint with the Canadiens, and not just a long-term stint, a long-term career with the Montreal Canadiens, and also a guy who's going to be a playoff performer. We saw the playoff performer he was in Hamilton. I did, to an extent. I had guests on this channel, my buddy Brandon, talking about all the live action he saw of Arber Xhekaj. That dude is a guy you want on your team in the playoffs. There was lack of discipline at times, but the high motor he plays with, the skill level he plays with, the toughness, the grit, everything, all the stuff you love about him, that's what we want to harness and have him use it to the best of his ability. And in the end, in the playoffs, not cost the Canadiens, because we know he's got his intensity ramped up when he wants to. He's that good. He's that strong. The guy's 6'4", 240 pounds. He's a big kid. He's a really big kid. And I just think that this stint is going to do him nothing but good in Laval, no matter how long it lasts. That's my strong opinion on it. That's my just honest opinion on it. So I agree with some of the comments that I saw that this is not a good enough reason to bring him up, because we need somebody to stand up for our teammates when they take a hard hit, which clean hits happen, but the Slafkovsky hit was not purely clean. It was not. Even if the NHL says so, you let that be Auston Matthews. It ain't a clean hit. Don't give me your line of crap. Don't feed me that. Nah. Not buying it. All right? So Arber Xhekaj will be back in the Montreal Canadiens lineup when the time is good and ready. He's going to be better for it. We want him to be a long-term, solid playoff performer when the Habs return to the playoffs in a couple of years. Right? Right. And we want him to be most effective to help us win. And that's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do. Make my words. Trailer Park Boys reference. Okay. All right. The Habs are going to play the Florida Panthers tonight. Jake Allen is going to get the start for the Montreal Canadiens. As of the time of the recording of this video, we do not have a new lineup. Therefore, the lines remain the same. The pairings remain the same. Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, Juraj Slafkovsky on your top line, Jake Evans, Josh Anderson, Sean Monahan on your second line, Dvorak, Brendan Gallagher, Armia on your third, and then you've got Ullinen, Mitchell Stevens, and Pizzetta, who played a decent game the other night, helped get the Canadiens back in the game against the Carolina Hurricanes. I already mentioned the defense pairings. I've already talked about them. I talked about Jake Allen. Sam Montembeault will get to start tomorrow in the back-to-back against Tampa. Let's see the team respond. Let's see the team respond against a very tough Florida team. Look at Florida's combinations here. I mean, look at their lineup tonight. You think Carolina was tough? They weren't as tough. Not at all. Not in my opinion, on paper anyway. Alexander Barkov in your top line with Evan Rodriguez and Sam Reinhart, Sam Bennett, Carter Verhaeghe, Matthew Tkachuk. That second line, wow. Like, that's a tough line. It's a skilled line. It's a tough line. It's a lot of good things. Carter Verhaeghe's skill, Sam Bennett's veteran experience and skill and toughness, Matthew Tkachuk's skill, toughness. Like, that's a wicked line for the Florida Panthers. That's what you're contending with tonight. So then you go to the third line, Lundell, Lou Osterreinen and Nick Cousins, former Hab, Kevin Stenlund, Lomberg, and Lockwood on the fourth line for Florida. And what's interesting is that I almost forgot about Oliver Ekman-Larsson. He's on the third pairing for Florida, which is interesting. He's 32 years old. He's had himself a career where he's been traded around a bit, mind you, but Aaron Ekblad on that top line, Gustav Forsling with him, Mikkola and Brandon Montour on the second pair for the Florida Panthers. And Hasn't been announced, but goaltenders for tonight could be Bobrovsky or Stolars. We'll see. Anthony Stolars. We'll see who gets the start. It's Saturday night. You think Bobrovsky's going to get it, but Florida played last night, so we'll see. And I don't know who the starting goalie was. I don't care. I'm sorry, not sorry. All right. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, the Montreal Canadiens are at it. We got World Junior action happening. There's so much going on right now. Our Montreal prospects are going at it tomorrow. Team USA versus Team Slovakia. I can't wait to watch and talk about that game. It's going to be on at 6 a.m. I'm recording it. But that's going to be a heck of a game to watch. Philip Machar in action for the Team Slovakia against Lane Hutson. I doubt Jacob Fowler is going to play, but against Lane Hutson and Team USA. I don't know what the concerns are about Lane Hutson. I mean, I've seen some pretty good stuff out of the guy. When the stakes rise, Hudson's game rises. That's clear. Very clear. I didn't mean to steal that from Craig Button, by the way. But let's go at it here. Let's see what happens with this Canadiens lineup and see a full team response tonight against the Florida Panthers. Let's see how the team responds. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow, at least for 1 or 2 videos. Got to talk about Team USA and Slovakia too if we can. So we'll see you then, guys. Much love. Talk soon. Almost at 5,000 subscribers. If you haven't hit the button yet, please do. If you're enjoying the channel, if you're returning but you're not subscribing, please hit that button and support the channel in that way. It would be appreciated. Let's get to the 5K, and I appreciate it once again. Thank you, guys. We'll talk soon. Cheers, guys.